Next up, we have Elgin's Poet Laureate, Gareth Mansitz, with a poem.
Well, I have had fun with this one. It's the giving and the living, that's what make Mike Alft so great. Yes, giving in the living was his natural state. As those who knew and loved him, we celebrate and smile. So grateful, Mike chose Elgin and stayed here quite a while. Mike never had a real hometown before Elgin stole his heart, where he chose to firmly hang his hat, recording our history from the start. Work was scarce when Mike was young. He was raised in the Depression. His family moved so many times, 10 schools for Mike's education. Never time to settle in with roots strong and secure. Mike's childhood had such challenges, made him wise and mature. It's no wonder Mike craved permanence when he chose Elgin as his home. He embraced the joy of staying put. No longer would he roam. There was once a man named Elmer Charles whose father took the blame for giving his son this absolutely horrendous and horrible name. One day, Father Alft decided to change, pushing Elmer to the side. From now on, I am Chuck and you are Mike, so you can live your life with pride. Of course, young Elmer was grateful to rid himself of this curse. He became E.C. Alft, the historian, and Mike, for better or for worse. In his personal life, Mike was happy. His new name suited him to a T. But he honored his family heritage with E.C. Alft on books of history. With his new name, Mike grew confident, ready to greet the world. His new name gave him lots of courage when he spied the perfect girl. Now, Mike spent time in libraries, much more than the average man. It was there that Mike was smitten with a sweet young woman named Fran. Mike's instinct to pursue her was intense right from the start. He filled out a library call slip in order to win her heart. It was a novel type of courtship to ask for a date that way, but Fran thought it was endearing, this game Mike wanted to play. Fran took Mike up on his offer. The rest is history. She became his wife and shared his life, living so blissfully. They were such a perfect match. Fran's patience was amazing. She accepted Mike's quirks and his life's work while their children she was raising. Fran was a natural mother. Soon their brood numbered 4. She was committed and contented. This was so worth living for. Fran respected Mike's use of his time, knowing well her supportive role made it possible for E.C. Alft to uncover Elgin's soul. Mike spent his time and talent working long into the night, purpose-driven in his living. Mike sought to make things right. Facts and figures were his friends. He wallowed in their wake. His meticulous nature loved to find even more notes to take. Obsessed with books and numbers, Mike counted as he read, recording every title of authors living and dead. Mike's quest for knowledge never waned. Learning was his pleasure. As his shovel dug into Elgin's past, each discovery was a treasure. With a photographic memory and attention to details, Mike's life's passion blossomed fully as he related Elgin's tales. To look at Mike, you'd never know. A consummate performer was he. Entertaining his students was his delight, his methods as unconventional as could be. A stand-up comic in his classroom, he never missed a chance to use his sense of humor, while his students he entranced. Whether standing high on his desk or singing songs and ditties, screaming, "I'm melting," like the big bad witch from the land of Emerald City. Mike's imprint on these young minds would remain throughout their lives, their memory chock full of stories of a teacher beyond sublime. And so we celebrate this man who gave his life to learning, generations taught to be cheap, not cheat, and to save what they were earning. It's the giving and the living, that's what made Mike Alft so great. Yes, giving and the living, that was his natural state. As those who knew and loved him celebrate and smile, we're so grateful Mike chose Elgin and stayed here quite a while. Thank you.